Northern Uganda is a nation in recovery. In the aftermath of a brutal 2-decade-long civil war, it is struggling to rebuild. In some areas, 95% of the population was uprooted into IDP camps. And when the war ended, millions returned home. But they soon found their community wasn't anything like they remembered.
You can imagine if you left your home for 20 years. Can you imagine how your place would look after 20 years? They said, you know, we've got a real problem because all of the wells that used to be here 20 years ago, that used to be operational for community, they were all plundered by the rebel armies and pumps ripped off and destroyed.
Yeah, it's like a spring.
Clean water is not a luxury. For many, especially children, it's a matter of life and death. The main 3 killers of kids under 5 here is malaria, respiratory infection, and diarrhea from dirty water. It's currently estimated that 15 million Ugandans do not have access to clean water.
I think North Americans really get it when it comes to clean water, that, you know what, if my child had to have dirty water, I have enough trouble keeping my kids healthy. And I can imagine if all the water they use, the water they cook with, the water they drink, the water they wash in is bacteria and infected. I mean, it's an uphill battle. Their stomachs can be full, but you know what, if you don't have clean water, they're getting sick.
Ugandan children are dying at a rate 17 times that of Canada, and it's easy to see why.
I do.
We just visited a village about 3 kilometers away from here, which has to come all this way down this little path, that's no more than a bike path through the bush, to come get water. And when they finish that journey, which is about 3 hours round trip, this is what they find. It's a deep, deep hole in the ground, a completely unprotected water source where cattle and pigs and different animals dirty the well, as well as kids just knocking things in. And so even after that long journey, the water here actually makes them sick, and some kids who are vulnerable will actually die from the water here.
And if children manage to survive the waterborne diseases, there are other risks for them, including sexual assaults if they have to walk long distances to water sources by themselves, as well as poor school attendance due to the hours spent fetching water. 1 in 5 children here do not attend school. And that's a huge problem because education is the one thing that could help break the cycle of poverty for ordinary Ugandans. David Shelley was deeply impacted by visiting the polluted water sources and vowed that Crossroads Relief and Development would do what it could to make a difference.
It's easy when it's far away and you don't meet the people and you don't see the kids and I mean, that's, you know, but if you're on the ground and you meet the families and you see what's going on and you realize, you know what, we can fix this. It's not that difficult. We just need to raise some funds and we can instantly make a change.
Since we started working in Uganda in 2006, we've been able to impact over 100,000 people with access to fresh, clean water, saving countless lives. With your faithful giving, we've been able to see a staggering 70 to 100% drop in diseases causing diarrhea in areas that were targeted with wells. But there are still thousands more that need our help.
There's communities that are asking us for help, and we can only work with the funds that God puts in our hands through our supporters. The waiting is hard. It's hard to tell people, you know what, we don't have the funds right now, but we just rely on God, trust in God to supply us.
So please, would you join us and help save the lives of children all over northern Uganda? You can help Crossroads make a difference right now by picking up your phone and calling the number on your screen, 1-888-288-0003. Or you can visit crossroads.ca and give children a chance at life.